Here to punish the cowards and prey on the innocent. Whenever someone needs... Hey, buddy! You might want to take a number, pal. Yeah. When are you going to be done with that ledge? It's my turn. You're kind of lying! What is going on, everybody? How you doing out there? I did have Sean with me for like a split second in the back room, and he just dropped out. So he might have decided at the last minute. He's like, "I'm not doing this shit. I'm not being a part of this anymore." Is what I think it happened. So we'll see if he pops back in. I'm sure he will. I don't know if he's having computer problems or not. But thank you for being here tonight. This is another Appreciating Comic Book Art live stream, and this is actually something I've been wanting to do for a while now. I don't know how many people know who Nick Manabat is. He was one of those guys that growing up that I just kind of got into. He wasn't really on the radar when I was really into like the 90s books, you know, as I was more into like, you know, Jim Lee's and all the big names at that time. But Nick Manabat came on. He had a really cool like dark style to him, you know, much in the vein of like a Jay Lee or a Sam Keith. And he made his biggest impact on a character named Sciver for Wildstorm Comics. And unfortunately, he was one of those guys, much like Scott Clark and Michael Turner, who passed away way too early in life. So we didn't get a lot of his work in the industry, but what he did leave behind was particularly special, in my opinion. There is this book called the Artifact Edition. It's a Wildstorm legend. So there's this group on Facebook. I don't know if anybody has heard of them. It's called the Wildstorm Universe. I highly recommend people go and check out that group because they do a lot of things with art on that. They do a custom book. So the book we're going to look at tonight is not a book you're going to be able to find in the stores or buy on eBay because it should only be bought by the members of this group. And it's kind of a private book with that group. So this is one of a kind, you know, in a lot of ways. So I see Sean's trying to pop in. He must be having internet problems down there. We'll bring him in as soon as he has a chance. We have Wiley J Draws in the house. He says, dude would have been a legend. Yes. Hey, there he is. He returns.
Yeah, this is happening a lot. Like every time like music gets switched or whatever,
yeah,
I lose my sound.
That's a bummer. Yeah, I'm jamming out here to the intro and we're getting ready to go, and all of a sudden looking, you're gone. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was going like this, like I'm now.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention, man. I was jamming out.
Story of my life,
bad.
Joe.
But Wiley J Draws says, dude would have been a legend. Yeah, I think he would have kept on getting better and better. I mean, even the stuff he did in an early stage, and I can't remember how old he was when he passed away, but he was pretty young still in his career.
Yeah.
Was it early 20s that young?
Had to have been.
Man, I thought it was a little later than that. I thought it was like late 20s, but yeah, it's yeah, he would have been something else for sure. We got Ja Rowe in the house. He says, morning, boys. Looking forward to being educated on Nick Manabat. Not familiar with him at all. Well, you're going to enjoy this because we're going to look at some awesome art. Sean's got the book as well. Because like I said before, this book you can only get through, and it's not even available anymore. Like, you be a part of the Wildstorm Universe group on Facebook, and whenever they do these editions, they did 2 Brett Booths and they did 2 Manabats printing wise. And I think they're going to do a Scott Clark, and they're planning on doing Portaccio and like all these guys. And what it is everybody in that group just takes their original art, or they can find like original art scans somewhere, and they just put everything in these like collector books. And sometimes it's got script, sometimes it doesn't, but it's printed out like 11 by 17 or almost 11 by 17 format. So it's just a beautiful black and white hardcover book. Just awesome to look at. So I've been wanting to look at this one for a while. So we're gonna definitely do that. We got Magic. Mighty Magic in the house. He says, hail to chat. Hail to you, brother. Thank you for joining us tonight. Survive Infinity 0088 says, hail to chat. Hail to you. We have Carl. He was the first guy to ever give me a super chat on this channel. I will always remember that. Hail, Carl. Good to see you. We got Zach Fernandez in the house. He says, hail, Joe. Hail to chat. Hail to you, sir. Man. Shadowhawk. Good to see you, man. Yeah. Hail to you, brother. We got Astro Zombie, member of the channel, by the way. If you want to be a part of this channel, we do call it, or I do call it, the Superior Court. And the reason why I do, there's this old album, In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson. I don't know if anybody knows what that band is, but I know it because it was one of my dad's bands back in the 70s, maybe 70s or 80s. Well, it was cool. In the Court of the Crimson King. I was like, that's pretty cool. So we're in the Superior Court. But yeah, if you want to become a member of this channel, you definitely can. It's $4.99 a month. I will put exclusive videos up on there, pages that I'm working on, exclusive art that only people in the membership are going to get a chance to see. And we're going to do free art giveaways every 4 months, and that's going to be coming up here pretty soon, the first giveaway. So be on the lookout for that. We got Pastmaster Dan in the house who says, hail the chat. Hail to you, brother. Good to see you. Victor Rodriguez. Hail, Joe. Hail to you, brother. Thank you for being here. Let's see who else we got. Chat jumped. Let me get back up to where I was. I don't want to miss anybody here as we go forward. We got Micra in the house. Hail, Micra. We got Sumo Thori, the man, the myth, the legend. Hail to you, brother. Good to see you. Let's see. Going down here. We might have got Corey Barton. A man that is leveling up big time. Big time, by the way. You seen his latest stuff?
Fucking dangerous.
Yeah, man.
That's some sexy ass.
Whatever book you're working on right now, man, is looking absolutely tits.
I need it.
Like literally, just looking tits. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be awesome. Hopefully you can come on sometime. We can talk about it. Let's see. We've got Scary Badman Jenkins in the house. Another member of the Spirit Recorder. He says, I like the Rick Galacatit. Hail, you sexy motherfuckers, and hail the chat.
We like all types of tits.
How the hell do you pronounce that last name? Oh, is it that comedian? I don't know.
Gallagher.
I don't know. Oh, that's yeah. I'm thinking of Gallagher. I don't know who that is. Pronunciation, Jenkins. Pronunciation. You know I need that. We got Mark in the house. He said, "Yeah, Scott Clark. One is being worked on right now. Nice. That's what I thought." He said, I just have the second printing in Brett Booth. Yeah, I've got the second printing too because I missed out on the first one. We're going to take a look at that one at some point too. But I've been meaning to get to this one because this has been on my shelf for a while now. That Scott Clark one's going to be pretty cool too when that comes out. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I see the chat jumped again. Damn. Hopping in here. Let me get back up to it.
Hopping and popping and locking and nothing.
If I missed anybody, I apologize. Let me get back here. We got Noah in the house. Hail, Noah. Good to see you, brother. Good to see. All right, we got Elliot jumping in finally on time for once. Hail, Elliot. Good to see you, bro. All right. Gull a cat. Oh, we got the man himself in the chat. Mr. John Malin says, Sean, fix your drip. Oh shit.
It burns.
Oh shit.
I don't know. Wait, this?
I was just gonna say, wait, what are we talking about here?
I don't know. He's always
does he know something we don't know? That's what I'm wondering here.
I'm allergic to penicillin, so I don't know how we could make that happen.
John, I don't know if you know who Nick Manabat is. I would assume you probably do from the era that he came up in, but we are going to be looking at his work. Some beautiful black and white art. I did drop you a link if you want to. I drop a lot of people links sometimes. You're free to jump on if you want to look at this art. We have Cullen in the house. He says, tit. Yeah.
All day, every day.
All day, every day. Nice Astro, read it and put it up a review. What? Oh, you've done Graveyard Shift. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. I'm waiting for mine. Sean's got his. He mailed mine out, so I'm gonna get mine here pretty soon.
I'll mail yours sometime this week.
Very much anticipating that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I think we got everybody. Oh, we got Michael Green in the house.
Yeah.
Hail, Michael Green. Peter Orchard is here as well. Hail, everybody. Good to see you. All right, before we get going, guys, I just wanted to mention real quick, big shout out to everybody that's backed Reaper Destroyer today. I think I've gotten like 5 backers over the last few hours. There's only 8 days left to back this campaign. We are creeping up on 45K, which is just unbelievable. And I wanted to share this because I didn't get a chance to share it the other day. But for the 40K stretch goal, which we haven't really talked that much about, but it's going to be a full foil. We passed the 40K stretch goal a little while ago. It's going to be a full foil print by Mr. Clayton Barton. And this is some of the progress on the print that he's doing. This thing's going to look absolutely gorgeous when it's done. I mean, everybody knows the quality artist that Clayton is, and he's just absolutely killing it with this. Just bringing some great dynamic energy to this piece. I can't wait till it's done. I posted this on Twitter the other day just to give everybody a look at it. Oh, sweet. Cool. Nail's going to join us here tonight. We're going to look at some awesome art. Absolutely awesome. We got, let's see. Graveyard Shift 4 was awesome. Joe Garcia, Jose.
Jose, gringo.
I know. Well, dyslexia, man. The S just dropped out there for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, man. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Clayton's killing it on this for sure. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And once we get this colored up, and again, it's gonna be a full foil image, so it's gonna be a fun print, and everybody that backed the book is gonna be getting this along with a bunch of other stuff that we're doing as well. So yeah, that's it. Should we wait for Malin to get here or just start looking at the book?
Start looking at the book.
All right, we'll start looking at
Or
the
we
book.
can
You can
wait.
jump in.
Let's wait. Let's
bring the image style back. Hail Mike Brown. Yeah, that's what we're doing here at Superior Press. What we're doing here at Imagine Entertainment with Sean. You know, a few other people as well in the comic book space, doing an indie space. You know, I grew up, was heavily influenced with Image comic books and the art styles therein. And that's exactly what I'm doing in what I'm doing with all my characters, you know, and the artists I try to bring on the books as well, whether I'm commissioning them to do pieces or actually to work on maybe supplemental books or other characters that I have are all going to have that kind of similar style. So that's what I am definitely all about. When does the Brett Booth cover drop? Ha ha. Just keep an eye out for it. We got Matt in the house. He says, yo, Past Master Dan. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us here today, guys. I'm glad you're all here. I think this is an artist that many probably don't know, and I think should know because he's got a really fantastic style.
had.
And I'm sorry, yeah, he had again. He passed away at a very, very young age, and he's one of those guys I would really like to see remembered for his work. You know, he's got very little work out there, but the work that he did put out was you know, special in my opinion, you know, and I didn't appreciate it as much when I was younger, but like as an older artist now,
Noah's got some shit on his lips.
yeah, you might want to clean that off, man.
Yeah.
Clean the nose off a little bit. Oh shit. Almost knocked down my mic.
Yeah, 1972 to 1995. Shame.
Oh, damn. That was he's younger than I thought. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's too bad. Him, Michael Turner, and Scott Clark passed away way too early. And I think all three of those guys were just obviously Michael Turner we know, but I mean Scott Clark and Nick Manabat, they were just ascending up with their skill and their style. It's a shame. It's a real shame. I've heard Malin mention Nick Manabat a few times. Yeah, he's you're gonna see why, guys. When we jump into this book, you're gonna see why it's some good stuff, especially this because it's black and white, and I think his work is actually better in black and white than colored, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have a new appreciation for his stuff after seeing it in the black and white instead of like how it was kind of colored in the way that Wildstorm did. It was nothing bad, but just I think you lost some of his style with the colored versions.
It was great.
Too bad Manabat never got to draw Batman's Man-Bat. Yeah, that would actually been cool. I'm gonna pop this up while we're waiting for Mail. Let's see if I can get this camera rocking and rolling in place here. As you all know, still dealing with my camera problems. I had it set, ready to roll. I think I need to get some more light
in here.
Hold on a second. Yeah, I was going to point that out. They're too long to read, and I'd probably just stumble all over it. I'd probably just like bumble all over it. But he was a well-respected, well-liked young man, you know. And again, a style all of his own. Yeah, what Brett Booth cover? Oh, hell yeah. Teasing, throwing a tease out there. We'll see. Spread the rumor. You know, keep an eye out later in the year. Too bad. Oh, guys saw that. We got, yeah, it does look blurry. I'm working on it. What's up, nerds?
Steve.
What's up? OC Steve. Okay. It looks blurry, Corey, because it is blurry. Because this cam sucks, and I still don't have the money to buy a brand new camera. So.
Dude, just go in your daughter's piggy bank.
She actually does have quite a bit of money in that piggy bank.
Well, and then give her an IOU, you know?
Dude, but the thing is, if I borrow from it, it's never getting paid back. Look, that's the reality of it.
You got to start paying rent sometimes, you know? Like,
oh, Jay Lee says, man, you're going to make me cry about Nick. He was one of the first ones who lost. Yeah, man. Yeah, again, it's sad. It's sad, but it's another reason why I want to, you know, keep on. He's immortalized in his art, and that's what's really cool about these guys that we lost too early. Is their work is immortalized, their legacy is immortalized, and it's good to get them out here, especially on live streams where people might not have seen the work before, so we can really, you know, let them live on. You know, put it in full screen. Oh yeah, I will in a second. There we go. I'm just trying to get it not blurred out here. Yeah, exactly. Don't be that dad. Oh shit.
Be that dad.
Oh, dude, can you take over the chat? I'm gonna see if I can get
Yeah.
this.
Well, we got Papa in the house.
All right. Oh, bring him on.
There we go.
Take over the chat. I'm gonna work on this camera real quick. Hey, old John, what's going on, brother?
John.
Hey guys, hola.
Hola.
Matt Hep says, "Are you sure you optimized your camera settings?" Just asking.
No. See, this is you might have missed the last episode, the last stream we did. Why am I not on camera? So what happened with this camera is it no longer works with the app or the computer program that I have on my Mac. So I used to be able to do all the manual zoom and focus and all that kind of stuff with the camera. For some reason, it doesn't work anymore. I took this thing apart by hand, readjusted the lens and everything. We still have focus problems. So I'm just going to buy a brand new camera, but I got to wait till I get the money coming in for that. So it is what it is. It still does a pretty decent job. So
we got Jasper playing on in the house.
Hey, old Jasper, good to see you, brother.
Jasper.
The only thing I want to throw out before you guys get rolling on that is,
yeah.
I don't know if the Bartons, maybe Clayton was, I don't know if Corey was, but I pointed out to Corey that Corey actually his style reminded me of Nick Manabat.
Really?
So that was one of the reasons that I was talking about Nick Manabat for a while. I don't know, a year ago. So because I saw Corey's work for Kozar. Or Kozar?
Kozar,
You look at some of that stuff, it's just real heavy black, real heavy ink. And
true.
I mean, it was nearly dead on for what Nick Manabat was doing. So, but yeah, so Nick lives, I think unknowingly through Corey Barton.
Well, that's a great, yeah, it's not a bad statement at all. Let me see if I can get back to this cover here before.
All right. Sumo says
now that
there's
we're
a long
focused,
list of great Filipino comic artists. There is like new Rudy Neberis and a bunch of other talented artists.
So this, we got Clayton in the house. He said, "Hey guys, what's up? What's up, brother? Good to see you. Got both the Barton brothers in here. Always good to see." So this is the cover of the. So this is Wildstorm's Legends, Nick Manabat. This is the Artifact Edition. This is exclusive to the Wildstorm Universe group on Facebook. They make these fan books and they put these out for sale. I mean, they're not going to be in stores anywhere. This is exclusive.
Wait, who makes them?
The mods from
the mods. Yeah, the mods.
So it's like a pirate book.
Kind of. I mean, they get permission. I mean, they couldn't have gotten permission from Nick, but like the one they did for Brett Booth, they got permission to put out and all that kind of stuff. So when you buy these, you actually have to sign. Yeah, you have to sign an agreement not to sell them. Now, I don't know how they really monitor that, but if they see it like up on eBay or something, they'll try to like pull it down or do whatever they can because these are not supposed to be for sale outside of whoever buys them in the group because they're exclusive to the group members that pay the money for them. But yeah, they're great quality. I mean, they come fantastically made. This is a hardcover, almost 11 by 17. I would say probably more like 12 by something. I'm not sure, but nice big size. And what it does is everybody in the group will go and they'll get either original art that they have or they'll find like original scans of original art. And that's all the books get put together like that. So sometimes it could be original pages with script. Otherwise, it could just be a bunch of their original black and white art. And it's just always black and white. But so there you go. Nick Manabat, 1972 to 1995. Young man when he passed away. A lot of talent. One of those guys is just very dark, heavy inks, detailed. I mean, just fun to look at. And this embodied the 90s, to me, that 90s style of art.
He used so many blacks, it's fair to call him a slaver.
That's a good point. That's a good point. All right, let's get into here.
And definitely different for Wildstorm's house style.
Oh, yeah, this was. Like I said, Jay Lee, was kind of like more on par with like just kind of this dark, heavy black style a little bit, but he was over primarily in Extreme, although he did do the Wildcats trilogy, I think, for Wildstorm. This is just a sketch here on the inside cover. Pretty gnarly looking. No, this is just pretty much everything, obviously, that they have collected in this book. Quite a bit of stuff, and we're going to try to flip through this quickly because there's a ton of stuff in here, and hopefully this focuses out. Ugh.
Look at Malin, all stoic and shit. That's just how he rolls.
Yeah.
I don't understand the drip comment.
Am I stoic?
So I believe this might have been the cover for Cybernary 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to bring if I can get this focus. I just love the cross hatching there, and that just the negative whites painted into there, just brought out with the
Stippling
oh
effects.
man, yeah, just look at that. Look at the detail on the arm. Some of the stuff is like so detailed and just so dark it gets lost until you actually like really look at it. Which is why I was saying I don't think the colors back in the day did him justice. Like he was
you
actually
got to be
better
real
black
careful.
and white.
Yeah, you got because there's so little room for color. Like nearly a flat tone would be better to represent his work than all the crazy blending that was going on at that time. So.
Yeah, and like
Matt
I will say,
says this area reminds me a lot of second edition D&D art that was very cross-hatching dependent. Nice.
Yeah, I was just gonna say when this was an actual book, like because this was the reverse of Deathblow.
Yeah.
So all the Cybernaries were the backside of Deathblow, and so they were shorter comics. But yeah, the art the colors I was not a big fan of. In fact, I think the colors hurt so much that when I was younger, I was not as big into Nick Manabat that I should have been. It wasn't until I started seeing his pure black and white lines that I really started to kind of fall in love with his style.
Yeah. Yeah, but also it was so different than everything else that Wildstorm was putting out at that time. Like Nick Manabat, it was almost like you're looking at like heavy metal had just entered like, the Wildstorm universe stylistically.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, and when you think
I'm
about
not fixing shit. What are you talking about? That's my role.
Fix your
eat me.
That's what I was. Yeah, when I said fix your drip, I meant your gear, your hat. Look at your hat, Sean.
Okay,
it looks like your
How
head.
can I make you happy,
Sean? It looks like your head has deflated inside of your hat. Like
I got a big head, John. I'm just trying to make.
No,
it
you just got to
smaller.
tighten it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Look, look at your Velcro. It's X'd. It's not even straight. You know what I mean?
From Malcolm.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Matt LaRock said it almost doesn't even need color. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think his stuff actually, I mean, maybe if a modern colorist took a crack at it, it really kind of brought things out. But his work, right, and this is just beautiful in black and white. Like, it really just works very well in black and white. But this kind of reminds me of, like, yeah, it stood out so much, kind of like when Jay Lee was at Marvel and he was on X Factor, and you had all the house style clean art with like the Kuberts and Greg Capullo on the other X books, and you get to X Factor and it was his style, the very dark, hatchy, just kind of stylistic style, just didn't really fit at Marvel. And it's kind of like that with Wildstorm a little bit, but looking back though, I mean, just the brilliance in the work, I can't believe that I wasn't as into this when I was younger.
Jay Lee says, I remember when these came out and you did not see them till halfway through the book, and it was like, oh wow, who is this and what is this? Yeah, man, it was a nice surprise.
Oh shit, lightning! It's supposed to storm tonight.
Yes.
Yeah,
there's some thunder out there. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but that was pretty decent.
Yeah, there's some weather coming in tonight, I do believe.
Yeah, we've been getting rocked a little bit here in Michigan, which is
good.
We
I had thunder and lightning last night after the fireworks.
Yeah, so did we. In fact, I was on call. I got called at 2:30 in the morning. I had to go into work. We had lost some power at the. There we go. Focused. Fuck! I love that. I don't care what anyone says about. I mean, there's some people who like talk about like over rendered, over hatched artwork.
Yeah, well, I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see it. That criticism. That there are some areas where just the hatch lines get kind of chunky, but it for me, I would just say that all kind of goes with that style, though.
Right.
He's doing it in a lot of places. It's kind of his own thing. So, to other people, I wouldn't recommend some of these some of the chunkier hatch lines, but just for this kind of murky, inky style that he's already built out here. I mean, and then we get splatter. Ugh,
Yeah, I forgot you hate the splatter.
Yeah. Look how good and clean that Cybernary is right there.
Yeah, very clean.
Yeah. You put a little hatching on the boob. I would have said no on that. But but I mean, again, it's his own thing there that he's doing. So kind of like a Joe Ball, you know, that we have here in CG.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
Joe
great,
just speaks the shit out of everything, and you know, sometimes you're like, yeah, you know, maybe you should pull back a little, but he's doing his own thing. Let him keep doing his own thing. You know?
Yeah, I'm glad you actually said this. It does kind of remind me quite a bit of Joe Ball. Just a lot of crazy little detail, and sometimes that stuff looks better in black and white. But that's a great shot.
We got Luke.
Hail,
Luke's
Luke.
art in the house.
We hear you, Luke.
Got Stipley and Vaughn as well.
He said holler if you hear him.
Oh, holla.
Holla. There we go.
Carl said, speaking of great books, are the Graveyard Shift 4 creator signature tier books sent soon or shipping soon?
Yeah, they're all bagged, but they're going with the sketches. So I'm nearly wrapping all the sketches tonight. A lot of the books will be boxed tomorrow, and I would say by next week, expect almost everything to have been shipped by next week.
Nice.
So if you don't get a tracking number by next week, you know, maybe then have a little bit of concern, but I think we're going to be done by next week with fulfillment.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
if you got a t-shirt, you're going to have to wait a little bit for the t-shirts. Those are coming from Crypto Fashion. So those guys always seem to take a while, you know, so, all right. Sorry for the tangent.
I love that panel. I love good explosion. Really do. Like explosions are fun to draw.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
Little McFarlane.
Yeah. You know, it's cool because we were talking, I think on the last stream, just maybe it wasn't the last stream, but just the different influences of the big creators at that time. You can kind of see in these younger guys at the time in the 90s when they were coming up. You know, you can kind of just pull out all the little influences.
Yeah, well, look at that one face right there. Hold on real quick. There's one like that one that almost dead center on our screen. Like that looks nearly Sheree. You know, like Sheree on fire. You see a couple things that are a little bit Sheree in there, including on that. Maybe it was the cover of the first page, like her hair got that little kind of liquidy, kind of loopy stuff going to it. And that was something that was very Sheree too. But that one specifically reminds me when Sheree did the first Wildcat standalone, I think it was.
Yeah, one of my favorite books. About
that face, I would say, is almost dead on for what was a face that was in there. But not to take away from what he's doing there, but I would say he was influenced on some level.
I bet. I mean,
maybe what he might have seen with Sheree, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And Sheree saw this, and Sheree was like, "That's where I need to go stylistically." You know, but through a little bit different technique.
I can't remember who came first of those guys when the Wildstorm started, but yeah, you're right. I mean, these guys worked together. This is back when the studios were still around. So I mean, these guys would have seen what the other artists were working on at the time and how they were progressing. Oh, I love that. I don't know why.
One Wicked Evo in the house.
Hail, One Wicked Evo. Good to see you.
We got Jeremy in the house.
Lord Crackhead this Saturday, everybody, at 10 p.m. Make sure you tune in. One of the biggest giveaways ever on Jeremy's channel. So if
comment on his video.
If you guys haven't yet, go back to the last video he did and put a comment in there, and that enters you for the drawing. And there's over $10,000 worth of prizes. Just amazing stuff you can get, including a Kenneth Rocafort original. There's a John Malin original in there you guys could win. So you want to make sure you
do that whole drawing.
Yeah, it didn't work out for On stuff, so
okay.
we handed off to our buddy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, look at that. Like, using black is such a great cheat. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
Like Manabat knew that, Jay Lee knew that. A lot of guys know that. But look at that. There's so little that he ever actually had to draw on that panel. You know, like, but as a young talent though, what he might have done is he might have drawn the whole thing out. You know, and then he's just like, I just can't get this right. And then he's like, oh yeah, I can black everything out.
That's how you do it.
You know, leave some creepy eyes looking back at you, and then you're out of there.
That's a good sequence of eyes too. I like the
now,
panel
John,
laid on those.
Follow the rule of doing at least one silhouette in each page, or
I wouldn't call that a rule, but it's a good out. You know, like I probably don't do as many silhouettes as I should.
Right,
So,
right.
but I remember McFarlane talking about it, just as a way to
Yeah.
to stay on deadline. Like you throw a good silhouette in there, that'll
Mhm.
save you a lot of rendering time. But if you've drawn the whole thing out and then you decide to get into that silhouette, like then you
Yeah.
kind of just wasted 2-3 hours.
Sure.
But I
yeah.
tell you, I did and it might have been on Drawn and Quarter. Sorry to diverge.
No, go
again.
ahead.
It might have
Go
been
for
on
it.
Drawn and Quarter one time, but I had drawn
Focus.
like this spawn and I had like all my little details in there. And I was like, and then I think it was like at the last minute or something like that. I just took like a lasso because I draw digitally. I just took a lasso and I just silhouetted almost everything except for like one little triangle of the cape. And then I filled it in black. And all of a sudden, like it had impact. Like all those little mistakes, everything that I hated about it was completely gone. And now it was just like a really nice, powerful silhouette. So, I mean, there is a good reason to use heavy black and silhouettes. Just gotta figure out when that is.
Yeah, heavy blacks and silhouettes are my go-to when we're doing like Frag of June or Fragtober, because you're drawing within like an hour or so. I always do like a really heavily shadowed character, so you can just kind of cheat a little bit. But also, as much as heavy blacks can be the cheat, and it makes it faster, I think you also have to know how to do it and make it look correct. Because you could do it and make it just look completely garbage. And the guys that can do it well, I mean, even guys you would think that don't need to do it, like the Silvestris and all them, when they actually do very silhouetted characters, they look still dynamic. And even as simple as they are, they still look badass,
That's a great face on that top left there, that girl's face. Right, up, right there. That is a killer face. Then those horns, it's like, what is that, Sleeping Beauty?
Oh, like what the hell's her name?
The chick turns into like that dragon.
Yeah, Maleficent. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that girl's face on the left there is fucking striking.
Good
I was
composition.
just gonna say I love the composition. Just everything just melds together, and you got the flowers are kind of framing out the face, and allowing everything else to kind of just meld.
Corey Barry wanted to know how old Manabat was when when he worked at Image. Very young 20s. I think the guy died from that
95.
95, so he was 23.
70 something. Yeah, he was dead by
Early
25
20s.
or what?
Yeah, well, 72 to 95. So I mean, what, 23, right? Am I doing the math correct in my head?
He passed away 23, but if this came out in what, 93?
Oh,
Yeah,
about 22, 23, something like that.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
So he was probably there around 20, 21.
Yeah, very young, very young. Like Turner was in his 30s when he passed away, and I'm not sure Scott Clark if he was if he made it out of his 20s or not. But all three of those guys,
40s, because he passed away in 2012, 13, I think.
Yeah, so he was basically.
Oh, really?
Corey's
I thought
age.
he died. Okay, I thought he died.
Right, Corey's about what, 25?
Is he that young? Holy shit! I didn't realize.
Yeah, he's just a babe.
He's a
babe in the woods.
Oh, these damn young kids! I'm telling you.
We got Admiral Wackass in the house.
Hail, Admiral Wackass. Get this focus because this is a wicked looking face. If I can get this.
Mighty Magic. I used to use a lot black, but it always turns out looking ugly. You gotta work on it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, just keep working on it. When you can really figure out the lighting when you use black, like here, like the heavy blacks in here, but you can tell the lighting he's going for. It just really accentuates everything. Like this face is just absolutely wicked. And I don't think it would be as cool if it wasn't for those heavy blacks and heavy cast shadows.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily come easy. You want to learn, like I kind of tell people, kind of get back to the basics and go to someone like Mike Mignola. Look what he's doing, how he's using just high contrast artwork.
Yeah.
And like all the rendering and stuff like that. That's where everybody really fucks up. Like all the little hatching and trying to make that work into the black. So that nice, clean, high contrast that Mignola does, it's very simple, but it'll give you kind of an idea on how to kind of break the blacks down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Hail, Ethan. Good to see you, brother. If you want to come in and talk about this too, you are more than welcome. Let me know. We have fail. I always mess this up. Fallen low life. Is that how it is? Fallen low life. I think that's what it is. Maybe. I must admit, Hail, good to see you guys.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that really Ethan? If it is,
Yeah.
I'll send it.
Sure it is.
All right, we'll send it right here. We'll find out. Hold on a second. Let me message him.
Get him in there.
Yeah, and it also looks like Nick Manabat was probably using at times like some, real good actual model. Like that looks like almost a photo. The McLean over here panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the lighting looks great. That up lighting.
And that's
reference is key.
Yeah, never be afraid to use reference.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, it was always like a demonized thing to use reference, like it was a cheat or something. And when I realized that you can just throw that out the window and be like, reference something. If you don't know how to draw something, you're struggling, reference it. You're actually going to improve a lot easier or a lot faster if you do that. So I try to just like man it through, oh man, it's just wow, wicked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy there.
Love that.
Looks like a little bit of Kyle Holtz as well.
Even the grass and shit.
Oh yeah, look at that grass.
Yeah.
Baby cherub.
I tell you what, man, like it sounds so nerdy sometimes, but as an artist, like I get excited sometimes about like the smallest stuff, the smallest like detail in someone's work, like the grass there. Like the character looks awesome, but I see the grass, I'm just like, wow, it's done so well. Like I'm jealous. I want to draw grass like that.
Corey wants to know, would a style like this work without the hatching? Just solid shadows.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean that would leave more room for the colors to go in there and do a little bit of work.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like Nick Manabat, it's very. That's what I was saying before. It's just like very minimal room for the colors to go in.
Yeah.
And that's why near flat tones would probably work best for his stuff. I mean, minus like a sky or something where it's just nice and wide open. You can do almost anything you want in there. But on a lot of these darker figures, there just isn't a whole lot of room for cuts and renders.
Hi guys, what is the book that we're looking at here? Is this a Wildstorm book?
It's pirated.
So this is the Wildstorm Legends. It's the Artifact Edition. This is something that a group on Facebook, Wildstorm Universe, they put out these fan books, and they get permission to do it. It's all very, very the right channels, I guess you could say. But these are only available to the members of the group who pay. It's almost like crowdfunding. You get enough people putting money to it so they can actually print it. They print it, they send it to you. You have to sign something that says you aren't going to sell this on a secondary market like eBay or something.
That's what
if they see these books, I had to sign the whole. Same thing with like they did a Brett Booth one as well. But if they see these books like on eBay or something, they will actually work to take them down because they aren't supposed to be for like public sale or whatever. So they do everything Wildstorm. They celebrate like all the artists, all the art. They're going to be doing a Scott Clark one here pretty soon as well, I believe.
What's up, Chris Stanley?
Hail, Chris. Good to see you.
Look at that.
Stupid mic or stupid camera. Let me get this in focus here.
Ethan, did you ever meet Nick?
No, he died as soon as I got into the comic book business.
Okay.
Like it was.
Oh, thank God you never met him. I thought it was a handshake.
I was just about to say, didn't shake his hand. That's good.
Yeah, the Reaper, your first kill.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, he died too young.
Way too young. Yeah, it was really sad. I was buying his work, and I thought it was dense, and I thought it could be muddy at times, but it was very imaginative. Really good designs.
Come on.
You know what you could do?
What's up?
You can download an app, Joe. There's a camera app, webcam app, that'll turn off your autofocus, which is what's happening there. Your camera's autofocusing.
Yeah. I had the app that goes with this Logitech, and I used to be able to turn off the autofocus and adjust it and do everything to make it good. And one day it stopped working. I don't know if I did an update on the computer and all of a sudden it didn't work with the app anymore. But I can't get any app to work with this camera, so I don't know if it's just shot or if there's something wrong with it. I'm going to buy a new camera at some point. I got to get the money for it. But
it's hold on a second.
Yeah, it's the autofocus right now. That's definitely what's happening.
Yeah.
I actually took this apart by hand and adjusted the lens. I had to look up.
No, it's an app that you can download. It's not a you can. I did it. I downloaded the app, and my problem went away completely.
Is it a different app than the Logitech Capture? Because that's the app
Called Web Camera Settings Pro.
Web camera. All right, I'm gonna write that down.
I mean, it'll take you 5 seconds to download, and then it'll
right,
immediately fix your problem.
Let me see if I can do that real quick.
Okay,
We got
called
Android Curry in the house.
Web
Hey,
Camera
Android.
Settings Pro.
Pro. Let's see if I can find this.
That's what they said about the Vax.
That would fix all your problems, and then
Yeah, just download it. It'll fix all your problems.
I fucked up my arm.
Oh shit!
Well, that's no good.
Ouch.
What'd you do?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Well, I was walking down the stairs and I kind of banged my elbow against the stone wall.
Oh, that might have been it.
outside. Yeah, I was like, ow, fuck. And then I looked, I was like, why is there blood all over my table? I was like, oh no, I caught myself. So
Terrible.
Let's see.
Nice.
gotta go set up my stream. See you, Space Cowboy. Micro says Ethan mouthed off to his wife again. One day he'll learn.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I don't.
Damn, she cut you.
Yeah, I did a video
Violence.
just now about the co-founder of FanX Salt Lake City Comic Con, who was just arrested for threatening to bomb Utah.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Which is, yeah, I mean, people aren't talking.
Wait, why do you want to bomb Utah? That's a
mean,
big place.
This guy, I don't know much about him. I'm learning about him. Like he wanted to call his show Salt Lake City Comic Con, and he was trolling San Diego Comic Con. So he's like, I can be called Comic Con too. And he was driving up and down in front of like he'd have banners on buses that said Salt Lake City Comic Con, and he'd drive up in front of San Diego Comic Con. They got pissed off. They sued him and won $4 million off of him.
Wow.
Jeez.
So then his wife divorced him.
No.
And in the process of the divorce, like, I don't know, he kind of went, did he go ape shit or something? And then he just started telling everybody, he was sending emails to Salt Lake City journalists saying, I'm going to bomb the Salt Lake City Temple. I'm going to bomb this place and this place. I'm going to bomb Harvard University. He started to sound like Howard Dean. He's like, then I'm going to bomb all of the Ivy League schools. I'm going to bomb Brown. I'm going to bomb Harvard. Rah! Like that. And anyway, they went and arrested him. He's going to jail for 15 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably not the
Damn.
thing you want to put out there on the internet. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, you don't want to send emails to people saying you're going to bomb things, you know?
No one.
Wait, so
24 eyes
did he
in the
get
house.
time
Hail
for
24
a
eyes.
terrorist threat, I guess?
Yeah. I just did the video. I put it up there. I mean, YouTube might be beating down the video a little bit because it's about domestic terrorism, but I still put the video up. Hopefully it catches on.
Attaboy.
Yes. Gotta let people know how crazy comics are.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find the app?
I'm not. Is it? Do you have a Mac, Ethan? Ethan?
No, I have a PC.
Okay, I've got a Mac, so I'm having a hard time finding one that's. I'm finding a bunch for like
Return of the Mac
stuff that's not Apple. So I don't know if maybe that's the issue. I'll look at. I don't want to waste anybody else's time. Well, this has been focusing decent. If it is an issue, well, we'll keep on just messing with it. But I will work on that. I'll see if I can actually find a version that will work with my Mac. Who we got? We got Redneck Alien in here. I just watched it. It was good. Good to see you.
Nice.
We got Hail the Lore. Hail the Lore. Hello.
All right.
Art.
How are you?
The Art and Times of Jay Ryan. Welcome. Mac users, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know anything about computers. When I bought this, I was just looking for something where it was, high capacity to stream, and this was available, and I got it. Yeah. I've liked the computer. It's the camera is the issue. Look at those veins, Malin.
Yeah, that's like who's Phil Diaz's boy?
Oh, freaking
Lobo guy. Bisley.
Yeah, Beasley. Yeah.
Mhm.
With those
Little Jay Lee happening there.
Yeah, Jay Lee.
Yeah, yeah, we were talking about that a little earlier in the stream. That just kind of how this was reminiscent a little bit of Jay Lee's style, just with the dark blacks and all that kind of stuff. It was somebody coined like these guys, and Sam Keith is like dark artists. I've heard that say before, just like style wise, you know. It might have been Richard Friend I heard say that, but it definitely fits their style. Jay Lee was awesome. We looked at some Jay Lee art here, like this 90s stuff.
Like this is definitely like borderline. It could have been a horror book.
Yeah.
I mean, that is really, that's a lot of ink on that page. That is really something else.
It could have been fearsome.
Yeah, there's no room for color there. You know, it's like color is going to almost get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish, Sean, do you have any of these handy by you?
Books? No.
No,
I just got the hardcover. I'm sorry.
Mine are all in a stack over there. It'd take time to find it. But that's why I kept saying, like, seeing the black and white of this is so nice, because the colors, I do think, took away so much because of the way he drew it, that the original colors to this book did not do this thing justice. You lose so much. Like, there was so much detail lost because of the colors.
Yeah, you'd want to do bare minimum.
Yeah.
As little as possible on the coloring. Keep that contrast up there.
Oh yeah. There's some hatching there. Not so much splatter. Maybe. No.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, that's great. Love that texture.
Yeah, I've never even seen that before.
Whatever
you're gonna
happened
see.
to he misses his
That
art.
must be old work. That's early work of his.
Yeah, they have it. Like I said, this is a collection, so it's not just cybernary stuff. It's anything that the group could find of his, whether it was original scans or people that bought original art back in the day. So there's some stuff that goes way back of his, like early stuff as well. So that's why this book is so cool. Again, it's a unique book. You know, you're not going to be able to find this. And I don't even know, they did 2 printings of this. I think Polton's got both printings. I've only got, this is the second printing. I think you've got the second printing, Sean.
Yeah, I got.
Mark's got 2 copies.
yeah, Mark's got 2.
Right here, buddy.
That's the second copy. He got it for Sean. Never mind.
And look, the rule is no selling it, right? So if you want to give it to me, you want to give it to me, maybe I could exchange something.
Yeah,
for that book.
All right, you fucker.
Return of the Mac.
Simple flats will go a long way with the type of line art. Yeah, John brought that up. A while ago.
Yep.
John
just
is
put extra time into like making sure that the whole page has like complementary colors, and you pull it all together pretty nice.
I can't get this to focus right now. Hail, Rick, good to see you, brother. Can't get this focus like I want to, but that's just an excellent shot of the face. That up shot of a face, especially a female face, when you have to draw the nose in that position, is so hard to do and not make her look like a pig.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, honestly,
it's hard not to make women look like pigs. You know.
Well, it's like, you can do stuff with the nose depending on your style to kind of cheat drawing the nose and make it look good. But in a shot like this, where you absolutely have to draw the shape of the nose, I mean, it is so damn hard, and that just
but
so
like
good.
We've already kind of established, it looked like he used some good reference from time to time. That might be a friend of his.
Yeah, it could be,
or a good memory. When he had that corpse.
The corpse. Well, that's wicked. All right, hold on a second.
Yeah, that is probably not from real life there.
Maybe some dreams there. Nightmares. Yeah, wicked.
He loves horns though, doesn't he?
He's horny.
It's horns are just fun to draw. Like I find, and maybe it's a young artist kind of crush because it's fun. It's just fun to draw. It looks good. The aesthetic looks well. I've been drawing horns since I was a kid. I still throw horns on characters, and I'm just doing random designs. Just, man, come on, focus, you motherfucker.
I like horns on cars.
No, that's something I haven't thought of, John.
Yeah,
I like cream horns.
I used my horn today. I beeped at somebody. Well, actually, I beeped to imitate someone else's beep.
So somebody else beeped, and then you beeped to join in.
Yeah, well, there was a truck. It was turning in front of us, and it was turning it where the sign said "No truck turns." You know, and it was trying. So it was fucking up. It was fucking up all traffic like 4 different ways. So I'm hanging back. The guy to the right, who's going straight, is hanging back because he clearly cannot go through this trailer. And the lady behind fucking lays on her fucking horn. Like lays on it, like it wasn't like a little beep. It was like, like bitch, what do you want him to do? Fucking drive through a fucking semi truck? Irritating. Anyways, then I drove off and while I was repeating my experience to Faye, I gave a little tap on the horn. I'm like, that's all you need if you're gonna do anything.
Yeah,
bitch.
That's a courteous tap. You know, it's just like, hey, you know, just a reminder.
Beep,
beep. Move.
Beep, I'm here. I mean, you know harm.
Yeah. Well, I have said before, I do think cars should have different settings for the horns. You know, like you should have like a comical horn, like a or so, you know, but then you should have your other one for when you just piss. That way, when you don't want someone to get pissed off, you just put it on the Aruga one.
That's $1 million idea, John. Patent it.
Yeah.
Sell it. Make some money.
Whoever's into making horns, do it.
Yeah, Reaper Destroyer by Joe. We got about a week left, Joe, till you close down.
We got 8 days.
8 days.
See, I like that, like the negative space on that a tricep. But then when when it gets in focus and I see all the hatching, then I'm like, I kind of liked it better when I thought it was just one nice clean shape.
Yeah, I feel you. Mm-hmm. I like the light. There's just the heavy lights on there. Like I do like that. Mm-hmm. But I do see what you're saying. It kind of reminds me, like it's just. When if you look at Jim Lee's progression from when he was early 90s, like X-Men, early Wildcats, heavy hatching, and then he moves on a little bit to like later Wildcats, it was a lot more heavy shapes and not as much hatching. And it still looked good. It was just a lot cleaner of a style. And sometimes I think it's hard, your eye as maybe a young artist, you feel like you have to put like that hatching coming out of a shadow. Like it's, you see something, it feels like it's missing. And it's almost like maybe some discipline to let it go,
Well, like I said, I mean, that's kind of like
even
Nick Manabat. Like he can do whatever he wants. That whole, it gets a little muddy, but it's like, whatever. His whole style is kind of muddy.
Right.
But like someone like Ethan does a lot of rendering like out of shadow, So, I mean, it really just, it comes off in the execution of it all. Like his Manabats, I would say, other than the fact that this is his entire style, is like that muddy kind of look. I'd say it could get cleaned up a little bit sharper. Ethan does it pretty well, I think.
Exquisitely, yeah. I do it perfectly in every way. Like this guy, I will tell you, his pull-out game weaker than your boy Zach's. That's the one complaint I have about his work there.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would have benefited if he was working with like a seasoned inker that could have taken those lines and made them a little bit more sharp and brought them out a little bit better.
Well, I mean, my guess is he was working in the studio at some point. I'm sure some seasoned inker at one point came up to him and said, "Hey, Nick, if you do this, it'll make that line a little bit better." I'm sure he had that option.
Well, when you're doing pull-outs and things like that, I mean, the idea is just to create an even shade of gray, which is why the uniformity of your stroke is important. And you can do a crosshatch over that to create a gradient and a slow kind of blend into white. If you're just doing chaos, it can look ugly. It can look sloppy.
Right.
But that, I mean, listen, a nice pencil work there. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I think this was the original layout for the Cybernary 1 cover.
And that's another thing that reminds me of Sheree, like from that same comic, that the one with the negative in the glasses there. Like the guy lifts up a cat or something in that first Sheree Wildcat one. Anyways, so I don't know what came first here, chicken or the egg, but
yeah, I'd have to look up to see which one came to the studio first between the two. I mean, again, Image Studios in general had some fantastic talent, but Wildstorm had some great names they're bringing up. Obviously, Top Cow Mark broke off and did Top Cow and had some fantastic names over there. Rob had a bunch of good guys, obviously, and his great inkers, great artists. It's amazing the talent that the Image found in the '90s that weren't getting a chance at the big two. It really kind of gave careers to a lot of these guys.
Rob had John Malin, and that's it. And then he lost John Malin.
That's that's true.
Yeah, there's before John Malin and after.
So he had his chance to be
Yep.
relevant.
Yep. Yeah, I don't even know what some of this stuff is. This might just be
Portfolio pieces. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe portfolio pieces, just stuff that
Look
they
at
threw in
those
the book.
titties.
Yeah, look at that. Look,
Yeah.
upturned boobies,
Mm-hmm.
very muscular.
Upturned boobs. Do, 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 do,
Do,
do,
do, do, do, do.
There's another Travis Ray. Like, I don't know, like the glasses being rendered.
Look at his mouth. He's like,
Hey, come on, focus.
what is with that?
It's very like a baby mouth.
I don't like it.
Oh yeah, it's
It's like a baby mouth.
there we go. I was just gonna say it's a baby mouth. There we go. Well, again, these characters, I can't remember these characters in the book, and they're I mean they're human, but they're like deformed and stuff. So that's whatever these experimental things were.
Oh, that's not nice.
What happened?
But
Baby.
Oh yeah, didn't they all have
Hey,
like
Angela.
green skin or something, blue skin, red eyes, something?
Yeah,
like
I think the overall color scheme in this book was very heavy red. And yeah, they might have been like green or grayish color. Almost like dark elves. I can't remember. It's been a while since I actually read it. Woo! Dude's face. He gone.
that. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Eyeball popping out there.
His lower jawbone,
Yep.
sucker.
Some some good violence. Like,
Yeah, bullets all over the place, like that. Yeah, that's a
fucking
classic.
detail. Holy shit.
That's
What I
more
miss-
extreme. That's more of something you'd find at Extreme than you would Wildstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the extra, just tons and tons of gear. I wonder if Rob was kicking himself for not discovering Manabat.
Probably. Wouldn't be surprised. Maybe that's just crazy amount of detail. Damn. Well, again, that's what I loved about whether it was Wildstorm or Extreme or Top Cow. I loved the gear influence that they all had. Because I always grew up, I was just like, to me, comics were, set like somewhere in the future where you could have all this crazy tech. And we've talked about before, Malin, when you've been on about the manga influence that these guys had in the early 90s that they brought into Western comics with the gear from like Appleseed and things like that. And it just gave a really awesome aesthetic to the 90s work. Much more, I would say, than the hyper realistic stuff you see today. I almost kind of prefer this more fantasy, what was the old joke they would do, the vacuum cleaner guns, that Liefeld would draw.
Yeah,
Although
like
that's
when
pretty
one of
badass,
those shootings went off years ago, I remember that somebody, I guess, was giving Rob shit about drawing guns, and like he's like, "Hey, all my guns look like vacuum cleaners."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, gotcha.
Charles, we can't see this link.
Have you seen this yet? That is, he advertises that every show we have. Everybody, check that out if you get a chance.
Is it a gag?
No, it's. I'm not sure. I haven't checked it out.
No,
yet.
that's really nice there.
Yeah, I like that.
Is there going to be Kings tonight? I don't
No,
know.
because the professionals is going on.
Oh, they're going tonight? I thought they went Thursdays.
I thought those guys hung it up at about 8 p.m. because they're all fucking old.
I was looking at 9:30 and they were going. And I was
Oh,
like,
shit.
Oh shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is from.
We got Crazy Mad in the house. Hail, Crazy Mad.
Hail,
Who
Crazy Mad. Who day? Got Leandro in the house as well.
We got Crazy. There we go.
Good to see you. Destroyer tier. Yeah, everybody get the Destroyer tier. Everything.
Great bang for your buck. You
Yeah, it's
won't
be
be
well
disgusted.
over $200 when it's all said and done
Mhm.
of the price you pay to get that tier. We're going to be adding quite a bit when we go on demand. Hey, Sean, you've got this book on the shelf by you, don't you?
This one?
Can you look up? Yeah, can you look up in the index and see what this is? I'm curious.
Oh, it tells you where the work is from.
Yeah, in the beginning of the book, it's got it should have an index from like everything that they've got in here.
Now, is that a dude or a chick?
I
What's
think
the
it's
paper
well,
because that would help.
Doesn't have page number on there.
Oh, well. All right.
I'm sexually confused on that
I
character.
think
on the
it's a chick.
left. Okay.
I think those are titties.
Those
Okay.
are my titties.
Well, I mean, those got to be boobs. Those got to be boobs.
Oh, I like the reach around. Hold on, go back up to the top there. Yeah, like pulling that sword out from the back there. I didn't notice that. Nice.
Oh yeah, that's good action. Good action. Yeah, I don't know
All
if
right,
this is
so
stuff.
some of the stuff is from
Yeah.
Cybernary. Some of the stuff is from a Wetworks source book.
Oh, okay.
A Backlash pinup, different Wizard trading cards, and then
This
like
must be
his
the
various,
source book then.
yeah, various sketchbook title pages and Cybernary
This-
designs. So it's all
This art,
miscellaneous.
this art looks in some ways a little cleaner in some of these spots, like than his Cybernary stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, just a little bit. Still has that style, but maybe backed off a little bit on some of the very extreme stuff he was doing with Cybernary.
Well, you might have been dying. You know,
That could have been
you
too.
do have to consider that. But yeah, this is a lot more like the backgrounds
Oh,
are a
shit.
lot more open.
Cybernary. It's from Cybernary issue 4, I believe.
This is Cybernary?
Yeah, because it says pages 34 to 45 in the book is Cybernary 4, and then right after it is a double page.
Oh, I guess
Cybernary
that,
pinup.
yeah, I guess that's her.
So,
That fat, grotesque character. That's a great face. I
Yeah,
love that.
a lot of character.
no, he passed
no,
away
he-
in
95.
95 due to cancer, I believe.
Yeah, I think he was 23 years old if we did the math correct. Oh, let me see.
Ooh, sideways.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
So
cover.
this is the
Yeah.
cover to the actual book, but
Mhm.
double page spread. here.
God, can you imagine hiring this guy? Like, if we hired him into Comicsgate today, and like, all right, I need a cover
Look at that.
from you, Nick. Oh, okay, I'll get a cover, and then he turns in that.
Yeah, right.
I mean, fucking home run.
Damn.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to work for you guys so bad. I want to do my best work here. Look at this.
That's so awesome. Yeah, these books are like, I don't really I'm not involved in the group too much as far as like the stuff that they post. You know, they post some pretty cool art, but these books are just worth it to be a part of the book or to be part of the group to get these.
Mm.
Just have them in your collection.
Well, from now on, grab
Yeah.
2 of everything, and then you just give me 1.
All right, gotcha.
Is that Wetworks?
Oh yeah, this might be.
Yeah,
might
Wetworks
be-
source book is this for the next 8 pages or so, up until a Backlash pinup from Kindred.
I like that though.
It makes me want to draw, John.
Yeah,
Hell
but
yeah.
I mean, like, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's still hard. Like, design wise, I'm like, is that design in any of the Wetworks stuff? Like, maybe it's over junked.
If it's
You know?
yeah, I don't recognize that character.
Because
if
it looks like Wetworks went to Mad Max, I guess.
right. I mean, if he was doing his own take or something, I guess that makes it depends on what they. I mean, a lot of times when I commission artists, like some of the stuff I've had them do for the Reaper Destroyer campaign, I basically they've got the design, but I'm just like, you know, put your own spin on it as long as it looks like the character. So since it's not actual pages of the book, I want, you know, sometimes the artists to be able to just have fun with what they're doing. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. It could be just a completely brand new character, but man, it's fucking badass. Look at that. Damn, I lost the focus again.
Yeah, that dude I remember.
That is just some awesome lighting on that face. I've said this before. Like, I think the best lighting on faces I've ever seen are Kyon and Silvestri, but this is pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude's only 22 years old, whatever.
Yeah, the dude was, I mean, had so much talent. Imagine if he had been able to go on and refine that talent, and you know, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, he'd probably be drawing like Dave Finch today, like everybody else.
There's another.
I want to be a Dave Finch clone.
Well,
We got
yeah.
Phil in the house. So
Hail, Phil. Good to see you, brother. I'll be seeing him in a couple days down in Chicago.
Nice.
Hanging out there at Fan Expo.
Oh, that's the hero styling I was talking about earlier, where it reminded me of Shrey. Kind of wispy, watery ends.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Drawing hair is a funny thing. So many different ways to draw it. Be ultra detailed. You can be more blocky. There's a way like that Roquefort does it, like Brett Booth does hair. There's the hyper detailed stuff that Ethan does. It's fun. If you can get it down, drawing hair is pretty fun. But it can also be pretty frustrating too.
Bullets everywhere. Ooh, look at this. Oh, more spikes on the shoulder.
I love it, man. It spikes all over the place. Let's do it.
I like
Good
that
detail
face.
though in the armor.
Looks like a vampire.
Oh man, look at all those little skulls in there in the armor. That's some good detail. Yeah.
Yep, he was already hanging out with Finch for too long. Too long.
Oh, Finch was heavily influential. I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's where Stephen Platt wanted to go.
I like that nose, that bat nose.
The bat nose.
Even the nose has like ears on it.
Yeah. I think I've turned. Ooh, that's cool. Just great imagination. Like it. Sometimes I'm really blown away by artists and just what they do with their composition. That's just like that's a fucking knee pad.
Yeah. It's wild.
You know you're not drawing that in an actual book in sequential pages. Like you're just like it's a pinup. Let's go all out. I'm gonna put a ton of detail in there.
But yeah, that's a lot of detail in that armor.
Yeah. Here's some of that backlash stuff.
Here's a good comment.
Oh,
Ethan's
yeah,
ability to go from the most basic of blue roughs to finish inks, it's still insanely impressive. Yeah, it's crazy. I was catching up on some of your videos.
Yeah.
Man, you are way too talented, dude. Just
I know. I'm really amazing.
Yeah, that's a hell of a skill to go to just be that confident and know exactly what you do. Because watching you draw, and I've said this before, like your drawing streams are some of my most favorite to watch, but just watching you draw something from the loose blue lines to the inks and you never mess up. That's just like that's the thing that blows me away.
Well, the
like,
entire drawing is a mess up, you see.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I don't fix it. Just let it be.
A series of screw ups and recoveries.
There you go.
That's what it is, man. It's just
damn impressive.
Well, thanks.
we got a comment from a little 14-year-old that says some say EVS is the next John Malin.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be nice if that were
shit.
true.
Oh, wow.
What do you got working on here? Holy
Oh,
shit.
my goodness.
no, he's
Yeah.
not 14. He's like 16.
Damn, look at that.
Respect is
Frog power.
Hell yeah. Man,
And
yeah, look at
froggy.
that. Foreshortening. Wow. That's great pose.
How many pens do you go through? Like per page?
I don't know, man. A lot, but I mean, seriously, like, what happened here?
Oh, damn.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You've been battered.
Yeah.
Is what happened.
You gotta watch yourself. You don't watch out that you don't bump yourself.
It's
as
dangerous
you're,
living in Jersey.
See, look at those pullouts on the crotch. See, those
Yep.
aren't muddy.
See how neat they are?
Mhm.
Nice and neat.
Yeah, thick
and
to thin.
We go in, we do a little thin. By the way, different line weights. Want to get in there and just get like that.
Mhm.
Super
Yeah.
skinny. But we do a cross hatch here. And then, the big pull out here just to sort of blend it again. Trying to keep everything going basically in the same direction. See all the way through?
Yeah.
Neck. Everything is going this way. Why? I don't know. I'm not sure why. Why, John?
Is that the first thing you're doing? Is laying it down that way?
No. But I mean, I sit there and I'll establish where the blacks are, where the shadow is.
Mhm.
And then once I do that, I mean, I just decide immediately, look, they're going to go this way this time.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the motion of the character. The character is kind of going this way. So,
Yeah. So it's almost like a speed line, but it's also working as a gradient.
yeah, very subtle.
Mhm.
Everything's got to be very subtle,
Yeah, I like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing about inking too. And I wonder if that's what with Manabat, because sometimes I find myself when I ink my own work falling into this habit where when you draw, it's a lot quicker, a little bit more energetic. You're keeping those wispy energy lines. But when you're inking, a lot of times you have to have a little bit more of a steady hand. And sometimes the mentality is to try to ink like you're penciling. And you start to speed up. When you start throwing lines, you lose the patience to really
Ethan's
get that steady
philosophy
hand.
is that he's learned to ink like he's penciling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly
So I
right.
mean, it's about probably just more about discipline,
Right.
patience,
Discipline.
you know,
Yeah,
to lay
exactly.
that stuff down. So yeah, if you want to go like a bat out of hell or a Manabat out of hell, then it's gonna get
Plug it.
sloppy. But a little bit of discipline,
Manabat
yeah.
in heaven.
Clean it up.
So this is like a sketchbook part of it. I thought this was actually one of the cooler things. Just
Oh,
I
that
was
doesn't
like,
even look like him.
no,
Looks
yeah.
like J. Scott Campbell got in his sketchbook. Gross.
I wonder if he was just like experimenting with some styles here.
Drugs. Oh, stop.
That too. Of course. Well, yeah, I dig sketchbooks.
Oh, I see a little Portasio in that.
I don't dig them at all. I look at sketchbooks and I say, what a fucking waste of time.
Yeah.
You're going to get in there and you're going to render all those faces. You're going to do all that for what? For what was the point of that? None of that sees print anywhere. All that work for nothing.
Yeah, I've never done I don't have any kind of sketchbook other than like, you know, I don't know, maybe 25, something like that. Then I just stopped. I was like, I don't need to fill up any sketchbooks. What am I doing?
I like looking at sketchbooks, but I don't do a lot of sketches personally. Like I don't even do a lot of real solid character designs, to be honest with you. A lot of stuff I do loose designs and I go right to the page and work stuff out.
I like to just do fronts just to piss everybody off.
Exactly.
Like you figure out the back, motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
I did
That's
the
what I'm
important
saying.
stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not, but yeah, this is again,
People
guys.
called me a dictator.
Yeah. This is just a very cool book, and again by an artist that was just highly, highly talented, and passed away way too early. But it's some people have never even heard of Manabat or seen him. Oh, that's
He had the coolest name.
Yeah, right.
Nick Manabat.
For the longest time, I thought it was a fake name, and maybe it is, but because it just seems
Bataman.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why wouldn't he? He should be drawing Batman today.
Yeah, somebody
He's
else said
drawn a
that
lot of
earlier in the chat.
Manabat. Look at him. He knew what was up.
Yeah. Marketing himself, early. That's probably what it was.
Now that's cool. Like,
yeah.
And what I will say about sketchbooks, when you're looking at somebody else's stuff, it's cool in that, like before the internet, you didn't know kind of where something would start and how it would end. And
Good
on
point.
some of these sketches, you get to see the very loose shit, and then you get to see at areas where it's just building up, and then you get to see like the full on. So it's
Yeah, it's
different stages of the work.
Interesting looking at something like this. Just seeing the unfinished work, like you put so much work into the torso and the arm and stuff, and then the head was just basically left. It's interesting. Like it was just
some people like to do the heads last because they're like, oh, okay, well that's the sweet spot. I think most people prefer to do the heads first because if you don't get the head right, then it's hard to get everything else to kind of work if the head is jacked up.
Yep.
I've said that to every girlfriend I've ever had.
That is good advice to give the new girlfriend. That was a little bit. What's that character's name?
Death Dealer.
Death Dealer. Yeah.
I like that dude's spiked helmet on the left there. I don't know if that's from a Frazetta or something, but that's pretty cool. I might have to steal that.
What's cool about spikes is, you can pretty much put any design you want, and you're not really stealing from anybody. Like spikes are just. That's why I love. You can just throw random spikes on anything, make it look cool.
If I
Spikes
see John
are just
doing
cool.
that, I'm gonna know he stole it. I mean,
well, now they announced it. Yeah.
Oh, look at that wizard! I'm going to steal that too.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, he's not using it.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, I mean, like, is it actually stealing if you see something in a sketchbook that's never used? I mean,
by an artist
fair
who's
game.
deceased.
Is it
Yeah, he's
moral?
not
I don't know.
complain. Look at that Jay Lee wannabe stuff right there. I like it.
yeah,
Feel
that's
for
definitely
real,
some
though.
Jay Lee stuff for sure.
Yeah, that's Strike File or Wildcats trilogy level.
This is going up your anus.
Yeah, that is that what? Oh, the batons, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
This is I don't know exactly what it is.
Look at it. It's even got
I
like
don't-
kind of a Miller-esque, or maybe Jim Lee Deathblow wannabe Frank Miller-esque
Could be, yeah.
techniques going on there. That's nice.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if I was drawing a character, I'd design the front and I'd worry about the back later.
Yeah. Yeah, this really looks like he just saw Deathblow that day and said, "Hey,
Yeah.
can I do some of that?"
And it's the last page.
Oh, why would you make such a postage stamp your last page?
Yeah, I don't know. You have to talk to the guys
it's
that laid
not.
it all
Yeah,
out.
it's not Nick Manabat's fault. He's dead. I can't blame him. I'm going to blame the nincompoop that put this together.
The piece
bit of
couldn't
Fuji.
find to scan is what
Oh,
they
that's
said in
the-
here.
Oh,
And,
okay.
The prior two were Nick's original 2 submissions that got him the gig at Homage Studios. So
Oh, okay. Right on.
Homage.
This was a trading card. I remember this card.
Oh, wait. These last 2 pieces are what got him hired?
No. These are, I believe these are trading cards. I think this
the model sheet that right
Really?
there.
this is what
That
got
got
him
him
hired.
hired?
Well, the bar was low.
Well, I mean, he did.
Well, I mean-
his first work was in that Deathblow, though, right?
Yeah.
The Cybernary stuff was in the back of Deathblow.
Yep.
So
All the Cybernary stuff was in the back. Deathblow was a flip over book.
Jim Lee might have eyeballed him right here and said, "I need this guy to follow me up." And then he got what's his name, Tim Sale.
Well, oh yeah, I forgot Tim Sale took the book over. But what I liked about
Most
the image,
people did.
what I liked about the Image founders though is, unlike today where you pretty much have to be professional level to garner any kind of work, they would still find guys with the potential of talent that they could see and that they could take in and train and work like back in the day, like how they got hired and go into the
Well,
the bullpen.
Wildstorm, I don't know if I'd say Wildstorm was really, grabbing the fresh blood. I mean, Nick Manabat was probably the crudest artist that I can recall ever working
True.
there.
But if even
like I said, Manabat would have been probably much more at home at Extreme. Like those guys, guys were the guys that were really like the really raw guys that needed a little bit of guidance to get them up to a certain level over their first year. Manabat is kind of in that ballpark, but J. Scott Campbell didn't need any fucking help. Like
no, Campbell was great out of the bat.
And
Booth-
Sheree was already working at fucking DC.
Yeah, Sheree was established. Booth was one of the guys that came in a noticeable jump from his early stuff, from like Wildcat 0 and some of the other stuff he worked on to the time he got to like Stormwatch 5.
Yeah, I'd
You
have
could
to
see
dig
the
that out
big jump into it in
to
his
see
art.
that. But Booth, to my mind, was always Brett Booth. Like even today, I don't feel like he's really changed much. So
No, he
kind of
goes
like
exactly the same.
yeah, kind of like Bagley, I guess. Just okay, yeah, it's Bagley.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
Know what
guys,
you're getting.
that is the Wildstorms Legend Nick Manabat Artifact Edition. Only available through,
And you can't get it, guys. How
And you can't
like
get
it.
You can't get it, but
What you can get is Deathblow. You can go find some Deathblow copies and find the Cybernary stories in the back.
yep, you can absolutely do that. And then
Or you
just
can buy
check out.
mine. Insulin ain't cheap. Slide up in my DMs. I'm kidding.
But don't
No, sell it over.
don't
here,
announce it.
homeboy.
I'm
don't
joking.
announce it.
These guys do them.
come on. Dude. What are you trying to do here, Sean?
Trying to
Jeez.
ruin your channel, buddy.
I'm gonna get
Let's
Mark.
take it.
I'm gonna get Mark's book.
Let's take a look at the progress here because this is looking sick.
Yeah. I'm
So what's
going
this
a little
for?
bit about this.
Is this another just like a promotional page for?
It's a variant cover for Wreck Planet.
Oh damn! Nice.
Yeah, it's a big froggy variant cover, like iconic frog pose with destroyed buildings. See this? I mean, when you're already putting this kind of detail in, you have two choices for the background. You can either go very, very loose and open, white essentially, or you can go dark, heavy detail like this. One of those two things to sort of pull him to the foreground.
Right.
I have gone stupid. I'm going to do all through there, and draw these hive-covered buildings, and then one big spaceship hive ship in the sky.
Wow,
that'd be
that's
nice.
gonna be packed.
A
Yeah,
lot of
Kyle's
work.
gonna kill it on this when he gets to it. It's gonna be sick. This is gonna
I'm
be
always trying to find a way to cheat my way out. Like, how do I draw as little of this as possible? And Ethan's like, I'm going to draw a building back here. It's going to be covered in honeycomb. Like, fuck.
Well,
man.
I mean, this is like an ideal. Don't forget, I mean, the original art is also important. Like, whoever owns this is going to have a very iconic Cyberfrog piece framed in their house.
Yeah.
It's important that you put your all into it, John. I mean, I know
Oh
you
no,
don't
I'm
care
going to put
'cause-
my all into it, but it's what I do draw. I'm going to draw the shit out of. But the complex stuff, I'm just going to like silhouette it up.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
be
I love
like,
the-
well, I'll put my blacks here,
Mhm.
and then I'll start working forward. Then when I get to my foreground, I'm barely going to draw anything.
Wow. Yeah, I'd love to just kind of get into your mind and see what your process is like.
Yeah. How do I
But-
cheat this? How do I make this as easy as possible on me? And
Yeah,
then
it'd be cool if we
then
got to
draw the
see-
shit out of it. Then draw the shit out of it.
Yeah,
It'd
I
be
don't
cool
think-
if we got to see you drawing more often. John.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be? Guys, I used to draw in drawn and quarter all the time. Like
Yeah, I
that.
don't know.
That was my thing.
It was nice when you did that.
Yeah. Well, we did shit. Well, I don't know. It didn't work out too well for me. I think it made more enemies than friends with all my shit talk. So
Why were they like that to you?
I don't know.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
Jealousy is
A lot of
is what it
jealousy.
was.
That you were
So
just
Jake-
simply establishing your brand. I understood what was going on there.
Hmm.
Jay
my-
Ryan said, "Where are the frog's organs?" Good question. That's a very good question.
Andino says Malin's mind is empty and flat. Aw.
Snake Dog said John puts his all into cutting as much corners as possible. Yes.
Yeah, in the design,
Yes.
like smart design. That's how I think of it. You can call it lazy,
Mhm.
but if you lay it out simply and effectively, and then you can just draw the shit out. Whatever. I mean, if you want to put a lot of detail in your foreground, background, cool. Ethan's gonna draw the shit out of everything, so I'm gonna be like, well, let me draw this shit out of maybe the figure and everything else. I'm gonna try to find a way of cheating the detail further and further back, like Sylvestri or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I
Uh,
used to be like that, John.
mhm.
It's like I'm not like that with Cyberfrog because it's it's too important to me. But at
Yeah.
DC, hell yeah. What do I need to do? How do I make this look impressive and still save time?
Especially when you're on a monthly book, when you're trying to hit those deadlines. What's cool about the crowdfunding is you have the extra time to go and put your best work into the product that you're doing, which is what I think puts crowdfunding above everything. I mean, these really are specialty books. I mean, you're getting the creator's best work. I mean, theoretically, you're getting the creator's best work because they have time to sit here and put that extra detail in.
Mm.
And as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather have that than be following a book where someone is just cramming the shit out to get it out on time, and or having a bunch of different inkers come through because you're picking up time because you're falling behind, and you get less of the art shines through in those books, But that's me personally. Like, I get comic books for the art, not necessarily the story or the character. So I'm always judging the art first above everything else.
I like that art of times of Jay Ryan. Malin is tired of faking the horizon lines, flat Earth and whatnot. Yeah, that's right.
Flat Earth is real.
Does the flat Earth have a horizon? I mean, I guess
Sure.
it does still.
Sure. Yeah, the rules still apply. I mean, there's a mathematical soundness, oddly enough, in having a horizon line. There's a point to it.
It's perspective, right? Like that's when you're talking about a flat plane. I mean, you still got like the perspective that works and everything, along with the curvature, all that kind of stuff.
Now, Ethan, what is that? Is that a stinger
Where?
over top of that surface? Yeah, what is that going behind?
This right here?
Yeah.
This is an anchor to a hive ship. The hive ships
okay.
appear and they just when they drop anchors down. So there are all these vines all through the city that sort of decay and hold the hive ships where they are.
Now I'm curious here because on the anchor, like you draw the far background, you draw those lines right to it, but on the frog toe, you leave that gap, that white gap. Is that for pulling that forward?
Where what frog toe? Right here?
Frog toe there. See the white gap, like almost like a white outline going around the outline.
Oh yeah.
Is that like what you're going for? Like to pop that more forward and
Break it out of there.
Why you're not doing the same with the anchor?
Yeah, the anchor's not important.
Mm-hmm.
The anchor doesn't need to be popped forward that much.
Yeah.
It's just blended into. It's got a fatter line around it. It's just fine.
And you can have Kyle push it back too if you need
Kyle's.
to.
This is all going to get pushed back anyway with color holds. So people look at the black and white artwork and just go, look, his head is like blended into this. Oh no, it makes no fucking difference. Kyle will turn these black lines brown and push them backwards, and he'll keep these lines black, and it just becomes magical. The key thing to working with Kyle is very good at attending to detail as well. So you want to give him as much, like you want to draw the fuck out of everything and have it there, because Kyle will push it back. He'll keep it where it needs to be, so that the drawing is clear and yet it rewards closer scrutiny. Like you can look and go, I want to look and see all the little honeycomb, hives. You can still see all that stuff if you want to. And that's the kind of art that I like to look at personally. I like to look closely at things. So, you give that to Kyle. Kyle keeps it. It's all there. It's just a more rewarding visual experience.
Yeah, working with a guy like Kyle is absolutely fun.
Yeah, it's nice to have people you can trust for sure. And great job on that. I mean, you always do a great job on them, though. That reflective shoulder pad, the legs.
Yeah, I was going to ask what went through your mind to make you want to. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's awesome. I love seeing it. But what made you one day wake up and be like, you know what? I want to put reflections in everything.
Gee, I don't really know. It's just part of Cyberfrog, is that his right here, you mean, John? Like this?
Yeah.
Oh,
when
you get those,
What does he mean? Like it becomes a storytelling tool. The fact that Cyberfrog's shoulder globes are highly reflective. Not everything is. Like his knee pads are not highly reflective chrome. They're more matte, shiny metal matte surface. But these are, and what happens is you can see what's in front of Cyberfrog this way. So you give the reader a 180-degree view of what's off panel looking at Cyberfrog. And it ends up kind of being pretty neat. You can use that as a tool to kind of hint at things that the reader can't directly see. It's fun. It's neat, and I like it. I just think it looks so cool.
Yeah, I mean it stands out very unique to this character. I don't, maybe there's other characters, I'm not sure, but this was the first time where I'm really paying attention to the reflections of what's in Cyberfrog's shoulders. So it does make it really cool. But like, damn, like that's got does that throw you for a mind trip sometime to get those reverse angles and make sure that everything like looks correct, like how would in a sphere kind of shoulder
it's strictly plan? Yeah, it's like it doesn't need to be correct. I'm not sure if this is right.
Well, it looks right.
It's pretty neat. Like it's pretty close. Like you just kind of go, what would we see? We'd probably see the leg, and we'd see the belt and like his anatomy here, his head, like just this kind of swervy kind of funhouse look at his own body reflected in his shoulders. But yeah, I don't need it to be correct. I just need it to look correct. You just said, it just needs to look pretty neat.
Well, that goes back to, like Sean and I talk about, I know I've heard Malin talk about it. It's just, to me, it's the rule of cool, right? I mean, as long as it looks cool and looks good, like as a reader, that's all I care about. I don't get into the technical aspect of, is this, proper? Is this the way it should be? Is like, if it's pleasing to my eyes for comic book art, that's all I am looking for.
Sure. Yeah, you could drive yourself nuts trying to get everything 100% correct. But it definitely looks cool. So good enough.
We have Colin said it's a shame EVS added an extra toe to the shoulder pad reflection. Is there an extra toe?
I don't think so. 3.
Let's see. No, yeah, I think what you're seeing is
Some bullshit. That's all.
yeah.
Like I sat there and when I drew Cyberfrog, I didn't really know what the ground was going to look like underneath them. So it's just
Yeah.
black here.
Elliot says it's different. It's a different texture. What are we talking about?
Yeah, tons of textures.
Oh, the metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Oh,
toes.
the metal, okay,
like
I
there's
got
no
you.
hatching on like the toes, but then like on the crotch there is hatching, and the chest
Because
there's
this is
hatching.
flesh. Like he
Mhm.
doesn't like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Some people color this green like it's underpants. It isn't. It's the same color as his chest. It's
Mm.
actually flesh, and his back is flesh. But yeah, like they're just a multitude of textures. This is super slick and shiny. This is also shiny. This is matte metal right here, and then you've got this. There's just a ton of things to do when you're drawing Cyberfrog. Just a lot of attention needs to
It's an
be.
insanely detailed character. I mean, all the little lines in the arms and the leg, the forearms and in the legs. It's just insane. Like you would think it would take you like weeks to draw something like this. That's why it's so impressive. Like when you have an insanely detailed character like that and you're drawing them again and again throughout a comic and not just like detailing the hell out of like a cover or a pinup, like you actually keep this detail panel to panel, which is
How many
crazy.
hours do you think you got in this right now, Ethan?
This is about 3 days. This is probably 20 hours work.
Wow.
See, that's that patience and discipline.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. Look, I'm not Smiller. I don't do like 28 shitty covers for Lone Star. Like, if I'm going to do a variant cover, it's going to be, I've got 3 variant covers for the next campaign, the Second Chance campaign. They're all worthwhile. You want to buy all of them because they're all as good as they could possibly be. Otherwise, why bother? Why bother doing
Yeah.
Is this the third?
Yeah, I'll show you. Hold on.
Oh, sweet. So Crazy Mad says Cyberfrog doesn't wear pants. Confirmed. He's always ready to
None
party.
of them are finished yet.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the Heather Swain one. There's Heather.
No,
I got to
the Heather's
do.
Damn, look at that hair. It's just like.
Yeah, I got to get in here. I got to finish this leg. I got to do more blood and bruises on her here.
Oh, I love that machete there. I like the
more
texture in
shit.
there.
Yeah, and then bees behind her. I want Vespis. This is just going to be a Heather Swain solo cover. And then Scorpion,
Oh, yeah.
Salamandroid. This is the variant cover for Death Sting. And Death Sting is pretty cool. It actually tells the origin story of Scorpion. You actually get to see a little bit of Cyberfrog's homeworld and the aliens that's like his parents. So there's this, and I need to finish that up. But yeah, I've got, so those are the 3 covers that are in varying states of completion. Once they're finished, I'll go ahead and launch.
Looking good.
Beautiful stuff.
Jay Ryan said, "Yeah, I'm glad Ethan talked openly about the time he puts into his work. Again, the draw streams are great. They're some of my favorite. Just as an artist, I enjoy watching other artists draw. One, you can learn a lot from another artist drawing, especially the caliber of Ethan. But just to me, that's just more entertaining. Like I'd much rather watch somebody draw or ink or do something than a panel like this, sit and just talk. Which, I mean, by the way, thank you everybody for joining us and watching us just talk. I appreciate that. But watching somebody actually create something from nothing and watch it come together is something I'll always be impressed with.
Well, I don't know why we don't just do more draw streams where everybody's drawing.
Yeah,
because we're more interesting. That the problem is most of those draw streams were really boring. But if you're able to draw and still hold a conversation, the draw streams are actually pretty good. And so I'm gonna probably do that. And you guys are welcome to come. I don't know why, Joe, you're not doing a draw stream. Why are you not?
I'm gonna do more draw streams as we go. It's something Sean and I have been talking about. We used to do draw streams with Odd stuff when over on our other channel. We would do like once a month or so. We'd have draw streams on, and a lot of times what we would do is we would have a moderator come on that was just not an artist that could help keep the conversation going and everything, so it could actually focus on drawing. But I do believe it's funny because when we first started doing draw streams, everyone was like, "Oh, draw streams are boring." You know, they didn't really like them. But I do feel like draw streams are making a comeback. Like people are actually starting to really enjoy watching the artist draw. And maybe it's just, I mean, the amount of talent that has come up over the last couple years is just insane. I mean, some of the guys that are here doing drawing now, it's just they're very entertaining to watch draw. You know, even some like the newer names. You know, so yeah, I'm down to do more draw streams.
Yeah, it's just not even like a draw stream, but just turn on the camera and just have a bunch of guys get together and draw. It doesn't have to be well thought out or anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody wants to see John just turn on his camera and draw godlike. Just do. I mean, why don't we do it, John? You want to?
Well, people are always asking me. They're like, John, with all these new people coming around, like, why don't you do a draw stream with them and put them in their place? And I was like,
shame them a little bit. Yeah,
like that is my nature, but you know, it doesn't make for a lot of friends. For a lot of friends,
gotta have thick skin. That's what you know.
No, I got it. You know,
not you.
Look, I can take it. I can take the hits on my heart. I don't care if somebody tells me my perspective is bad. I don't take that personally.
Yeah.
For some of these guys, it's like fucking what? Yeah.
There's a lot of hurt feelings.
I try never.
My foreshortening is off. How dare you, sir? Who cares?
Again, like I said, when it comes to, it's funny because I was watching Bancroft talk about. He posted something on Twitter the other day, and he got like a bunch of people on perspective comments. You know, just going in on perspective, and you know, I just kind of go back to the whole thing. It's like, you know, yeah, you could have something like down to minute detail perfect, but it doesn't necessarily make it cool and fun to look at. You know, like sometimes a little bit of loose aspect to the art or something that's not 100% correct or symmetrical makes it look better than, you know, like these art major students who want everything perfect.
It
like
can,
it's the real
but
world.
also if you really know your shit, you know, if you really know how to do something super complex and if you can land it, you know, then, you know, that extra work, you know, that can be just as cool as somebody just, you know, landing a kind of poorly thought out perspective. You know, it all depends on the execution on the whole thing. A lot of these guys can draw a perspective till the cows come home, but it's just not a very interesting shot, or, you know, there's just no big kind of payoff. Like, you don't look at it more than a couple seconds, you know. Like I remember looking at like Ethan, you know, to toot Ethan's horn one more time, that downstairs shot with who was that? It wasn't
Lily. That
was it. Lily. Oh, okay, not Heather Swain. Yeah, when there were like a 3-point perspective going on there, like it was semi complex. I'm sure for Ethan it was just, you know, oop, doop, doop. But, you know, for anybody else, would be like, oh, okay, how do I figure this out? But that was a really great shot. Like but it had like an atmosphere to it. You know, it wasn't just like what are a 3-point perspective shot for 3-point sake. It was almost like a Hitchcock kind of type shot, like shadow and mood.
It's just another day in paradise, John.
Yeah, but that's what I mean by execution. You know, like. Yeah, I could have done that shot and I could have phoned in my perspective on it and, you know, probably pulled it off. But if you don't, you know, if you're not landing that feel for the panel, then it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because you failed.
Yeah, I mean, you're really good with mood and atmosphere. I mean, that's one thing that you just excel at, and you do it with simplicity. You don't need to overdo it, and that's one of the things I really admire about your art. It's deceptively simple because everything that you need is there, and there's a powerful mood to it, which is why you're John Malin.
That's a good point. That's a great point. One Wicked Evo says, Keown on a draw stream with John. Come on, Malin, make it happen. I would love to see Keown draw.
Well, Dale doesn't draw on streams, though.
I know he doesn't.
He'll draw off
I would
camera.
love to see it.
I've yet to see him actually sketch
Well,
like how
never
Ethan
asked
has
him
his
to.
Yeah.
We've never asked him to do that, you know.
Fair point.
The last time John was on, or John, the last time Keown was on with us after the stream had ended, we were talking about it. We kept saying, like, dude, you need, like, it'd be awesome to see you build up your channel, get an extra camera, and just do sketches. Doesn't have to be actual like full finished work, but I think people would love to see him draw. I would love to see him draw. He's the only artist I know that I've not been able to find an actual quality video that anybody's taken of him drawing. Like you can go on YouTube and you can find Silvestri and Jim Lee and Liefeld and any of these other big names at cons. People record them doing sketches. I've never found a good one of Keown drawing anything with an actual good camera angle where you can see him working on it. I would absolutely love to watch him draw. Again, that's what I like. I love watching artists draw, especially the guys that I idolize, just to watch how their mind works, how it comes together. That is so fascinating to me.
Yeah. Oh, Survive Infinity. John should be getting my blood bag tier tomorrow, right on Comic Book Day. Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, guys, you get your Graveyard Shift Volume 4. By all means, when you're done reading it, do either video review or just put something online. Tag me in. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about that book. Very happy where we're going story-wise with everything, and hopeful, that you guys are going to appreciate some of the things we're doing in there.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. I'm waiting on mine. I can't wait to get it.
Everyone should be getting tracking numbers within the next week and a half, I think. So
I think
2
I
weeks.
got mine today. I haven't opened it yet, but I did get a package from you today.
Oh, cool. Hail.
Well, Sean bought mine at the same time he bought his. So he got his package. Now he's sending my portion of it to me. So that's why I'm waiting on mine. Otherwise I would have already got it.
Oh, okay.
John F76 said, "Get Mandy on a draw stream with Dale just to talk. Dale will show."
I'm not sure he'll draw though. I mean,
I was just going to say this.
Dale's
more
kind of
drinking
distracted by Mandy.
Yeah, than anything.
What we need a Mandy on a stick. Like, Dale, you get this drawing done, and then you get Mandy somehow.
You get Mandy.
You get Mandy.
We can do that, can't we? We can just treat her like property. Like,
sure,
we could
sell her to Dale.
Yeah.
Simp a little bit
for
for
a good cause.
Jeremy, Lord Crackhead said he got his. He will be discussing it on the giveaway stream this Saturday. By the way, everybody, this Saturday at 10 p.m., tune in to Lord Crackhead's channel. He's doing a giant giveaway of over $10,000 worth of prizes, tons of original art, tons of comic books you can get. It's just insane the amount of creators that came together to put stuff into this raffle giveaway. And all you got to do to enter is go back to the last live stream from Saturday and put a comment, just one comment into that chat, and you'll be given a number and entered into the giveaway. So this Saturday at 10 o'clock, do not miss it, guys. It is going to be of epic proportions. It's going to be a very, very fun stream. And you might be able to win John Malin original art. Sean, you want to show that off for a second? We all know how hard it is to get some John Malin original art these days.
Nice to hear, Snake Dog.
Yeah, we got to get John to do a drawing tonight. So I'm gonna probably go over to my channel and start a draw stream, and just draw all night long. Now, John, you're welcome to come join and just sit and turn your camera on, grab a piece of paper like a man, draw godlike, show people who you are, because you know what it is. It's a little like we've got Hendrix here, Jimi Hendrix. And he's fat and stoned, and he's just not. He hasn't picked up the guitar in a while, and people forget that he's Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, that's right.
I just went to the weed store today.
Yeah,
nice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, so here's this original.
John gave me this back in 2011 at Wizard World. It's a Hulk sketch. It's got some great gradation, some Copics on it.
Look at that.
You'll be able to win this original piece of rare John Malin art.
I think that was my first and last time with any kind of. I don't know if I used a Copic. I don't know what I used.
Yeah, they were my.
Well, there you go. That's even more rare, guys. John's saying like it's the first and last time you used a Copic. So
it might be. I don't know.
It might be.
What is that?
Jim Lee signed backboard. You'll be getting that as well, and then a copy of Joe's Reaper Destroyer. So you're going to be getting some really nice stuff. And but John Malin art, like, look how beautiful this is.
Yeah.
It's very Travis Charest-ish, some great. Why am I coming in closer here? Can you see this, guys?
Yeah. Bring it up a little bit. There you go.
Okay. Can you see that? Look at that.
Funny, I just see Rob, but yeah.
Well, you know.
I mean, I could see a little bit of Rob. But
well, I feel like there was a time where Rob got into Travis. You know?
Like, I feel you.
See Rob start pulling in some of that stuff.
But yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that.
It's beautiful. It does look like Rob Liefeld, and Rob drew Hulk as kind of like mellow, like that. Like that's Hulk kind of like I'm handsome. That's smart Hulk.
It's kind of like the way that Keown drew Hulk too. Very the smart, handsome Hulk. which actually was my favorite Hulk in the comics.
Yeah, it's really good. I want to see John draw Hulk like ripping shit up though, like just like that's what I want to see John do. And John draws that stuff fucking excellent. John, you are the best, man. I'm a big fan.
He's the best to ever live. He is the coach.
I'm just a big fan. I really like John's work. I think he's got like there's so much intellect behind it.
It's just the glasses.
No, not you. I mean, you're like me. You're a dummy like me. But I mean, your work is very, very smart, very clever.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the godlike art. I mean, that's just going to be
hell yeah.
I mean, top notch. I mean, like I love the graveyard shift stuff, but just a few things that you've shown from godlike has just got me really excited because that's character design and feel of the world that you're building, and just the art in general, kind of going back to a little bit more of the exagerated energy filled proportion stuff is just amazing.
But with all that, like for me, again, just like graveyard shift, I want to hear what you guys think about the story. The art is there for sure, and it's meant to rock your socks off. But the story is what really is going to keep that stuff, give it some longevity.
Everybody's saying that Hulk kind of looks like a young you.
Oh, incredible!
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
Is there enough room for everyone to kiss John's ass? There's
always
enough room.
Yeah, dude. Right now.
I got a PayPal. I got a PayPal. I'll get my deposit after the show.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. It's all for a good cause.
John King Malin.
Ethan, I could come on and do some drawing.
Do it,
but I will have to leave early because I'm supposed to draw 70 sketches tonight. So
I'm sorry, you were
70 sketches?
70?
Yeah, 70 sketches tonight.
Woo!
So I got people coming out to bag and board these sketches for the sketch tiers. So
why don't you just draw the sketches on my live stream? Why wouldn't you do
that?
that?
I can do that. I mean, yeah,
that'd be fun to watch.
I'll be light boxing, but you guys can watch me trace the same image repetitively for 6 hours. That's all right.
Let's go. Let's do it right now.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, everybody.
Thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for jumping on, man. It's always a pleasure
Joe.
having you here.
Thanks, Sean.
You as well, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, we are going to be ending the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next Tuesday and next Wednesday and Art and Stuff and Appreciating Comic Book Art Live. I will be gone this weekend down at Fan Expo hanging out with Phil and Phoenix and Matthew Fowler down there having a good old time. So everybody have a great night. Be good to each other. And as always,
sign up for Type 1 on Indiegogo.
Oh, shit.
Back Anna's calendar. That's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, forgot about
and
that.
your boy Zach's new campaign, Jawbreakers 4.
Jawbreakers forever.
Oh, yeah, that's kicking ass. Still $1, I think. I think you're still getting there in the first 24 hours, unless that's over. I'm not sure, or it's 18 hours. 18 hours. I can't remember. But yeah, go back. That awesome shit. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
In their eyes and their words are really clear. So beat it, just beat it, beat it. Ooh.